So BQuanchi here, at it again doing another tier list video, this time for Pokemon. More specifically Gen 1, so I'm going to have fun ranking through all these Pokemon. I did say this at the start of my beginning of my other tier list, which you can check it out. I did about fast food chains and all that. I'm going to put a link for the tier list page I use in the description so you can make your own, all that. And for this one, this tier list, they did include the Mega Forms and Mega Evolutions of Pokemon. I'm not going to include that in my ranking because honestly, I haven't played X and Y or Sun and Moon, so I never played with Mega Evolutions. They're cool. Plus, since we're introduced way past Gen 1, I don't think I should include that on my list. So let's get into this ranking, the first 151 Pokemon. So here we go. So I'm going to do some fast ones. I really love the starters, but I think the highlight is the third evolution, so I kind of wish they would have had an F, one more. That's my only complaint about this tier list, is that they do have an S though, but they don't have an F. But I'm going to give the starters A, but I'm going to give the third evolution like Venusaur and Charizard an S ranking. So I really love these as well. But like, hey, I'm going to evolve them. I'm not going to keep Squirtle on my team. I'm not going to keep Wartortle or Charmeleon. I'm going to make them evolve. But I really love the experience of starting a journey with these starters. But the evolutions are definitely better. I remember because I'm definitely like an old school geriatric millennial and played big Pokemon in the beginning, but I remember having Nintendo Power, and when they were about to release Pokemon, they had like the Pokemon Power mini magazines that had like little walkthroughs to the first part of the game. I remember when, hey, the first gym's a rock gym and the second gym's a water gym, so the grass type's can be beneficial. So that's why I choose Bulbasaur as my starter when the very first playthrough of Pokemon, because I kind of had that knowledge with the Pokemon Power magazines. Going on, bugs, I don't like them. I just feel like they're weak and pointless, so no, nope. Butterfree, you can get a C, but Weedle, Kakuna, Caterpie, you suck. I'm gonna give Beedrill C since he's more evolved. And these are more fun of designs as well, so I'm gonna give the evolutions a little bit boost. Pidgey and Pidgeotto, nah. Flying, yeah, you'll be C. I don't care about Rattata or Raticate. I know they get interesting forms in Sun and Moon, but beside that, yeah, they're waste. And yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot for these like unevolved forms. I like one that's I'll give Hero a C. I'm like one of those like the unevolved forms are cute and fun, but hey, if they have an evolution, I'm gonna evolve them. So that's kind of like my mindset when it comes to Pokemon. Ekans, I'll give him a C. Like for all these unevolved ones, I'm not gonna like dump them in D just because they are unevolved. Arbok, I'm gonna give it a B. It's not too many poison types and a fun one. I don't use it too often. Pikachu, I'm gonna give it A just with the other starters as well. Especially I had Pokemon Red, but also had Pokemon Yellow when that came out a little bit later. So I remember having Pikachu, the Surfing Pikachu game was really fun. Not that because he's a mascot and all that, so put him A. Raichu, since he's evolved Pikachu, I'm going to put him in S. I really like him. I feel like there's other electric Pokemon throughout the generations I like more, but for this kit list, Raichu can go in S. Sandshrew, I'm going to put him with Ekans, because like one's from red, one's from blue versions, and Sandslash B. I do love the Nido lines, like Nido, Rhino. I'm gonna give C, B. I'm gonna give A for Nidoqueen, but for the male Nidoran, I really love Nidoking. He's one of my favorites. Not just design-wise, but I like how they made it so they can learn a bunch of different moves from TMs. Like you can have him learn Blizzard and Surf, even though he's part ground. That's like his weakness and all that. But yeah, I really like Nidoking. He's one of my favorites throughout the generation. So he definitely is S tier for me. Clefairy, I like Clefairy, so I'm going to put it in B. In fun fact, I'm sure a lot of people know it, but Clefairy could have been the official mascot of the Pokemon franchise. I think in the manga, the first one, That's what the trainer has. I think it's neat that they kind of used to be normal type, but now when they introduced fairy types, I think that's pretty cool. Lots of metronome too. I think that was a fun thing. That it's one of the only Pokemon that can learn metronome, which is kind of like fun random, and they had that fun anime episode. Of Clefable, I'll give you A. Full picks, I'll give you C. I do like Ninetales, but I'm gonna give Ninetales a B. Jigglypuff, since you're in Smash, I really like you. I'll put you in B. I mean, it's still normal, but I think they made it normal fairy. I forget all the typings. Wigglytuff, you can be next to Jigglypuff. Zubat, D. I don't like Zubat. I do like how they made Crobat as well, but I still don't really use them that often. I'm gonna give Golbat. You know what? He can be. I'll put him in B. And Oddish, first evolution, second. Yeah. I don't like the bugs as well, so Paris, you're down there. Parasect, you can be in C. Venat, down there. I like Venomoth designs a lot too, but I'll rank it the same as Butterfree and Beedrill, so there. Diglett, I don't care for Diglett that much. I know this is the fun memes and stuff like that, but I don't care for Diglett that much. Ducktrio, you can be a C. Meowth, because he's a big part of the anime with Team Rocket, I'm going to put him in C. I don't care for normal type Pokemon as well, but they did fun things with Meowth, like they added the Alolan form with Dark, and then the Steel one in Sword and Shield. So I think with all the potential in different forms, that's kind of neat. Persian can also be a C. Psyduck's fun too, so I'll put him in C, and then Golduck, you can be a B. Although I didn't realize, I had to double check, maybe the Mandela effect, but Psyduck is just a water type. It's in the Golduck as well. Like I know they use like psychic moves and stuff like that, but they don't put that in the actual typing, which I think is always weird. Minky, because it's unevolved, I'm gonna put it in D. But Primate, I'm gonna boost him up to B. Growlithe, just because I like him, I'm gonna put him the same as Vulpix, but I do like Arcanine a lot. I'm gonna say S, just so I like the design. No, I put Ninetales in B, but Arcanine is gonna be in S for me. Poliwag, D. Poliwhirl, C. Just because they add fighting type to Poliwrath, I think that's really unique things. But he's gonna go up to A because I like the typing. You don't see that when the rare ones for Gen 1. Abra. Frustrating to catch, fun. I like its little teleport mechanic in its lore, but a D for me. Gonna want to evolve it. Dapper, a really fun one. Give it a B. And Alakazam, S tier, definitely. One of the favorite psychic types as well. Although getting to some of the ones that you have to trade to evolve, I hate the trade evolutions to get Alakazam, but still one of my favorites, especially one of my favorite psychic types of all time. Which help. Give me D, because I'm going to evolve you. Machamp. C. Oh, that's Machamp. I'm sorry, Machamp. Machamp. I'm going to give you an A. I like to fight. One of my more favorite fighting Pokemon. Like the forearms and all that. Bellsprout, yeah, going in D. Weeping Bell, you can do in C. And then Victory Bell, B. Because it's water poison, I'm going to put Tentacool, since he's also cool, for C. C for cool. I do like Tentacruel. I'm going to put an A. Geodude, yeah. Graveler, yeah. Golem, I really like a lot too, but I'm going to put it in A. Ponyta, there wasn't too many fire types in Gen 1, so I think, well, besides Growlithe and Vulpix. I'm going to have them join that one. So put Ponyta in C and Rapidash in B. Slowpoke, just because I like his design, he's funny, stupid, and goofy. He also gets the extra evolution in Gen 2 to be Slow King, but I'm going to see Slowbro. Water, actual water, so like you get an A. Magnemite, I think it's a little unfair to like judge stuff beyond Gen 1, but I did that with like Clefable and Wigglytuff and all that, so they give him a steel typing, which is kind of cool. But I'm going to put Chansey and B for Magneton. I don't like them too much, but I like how they added a steel typing to it, so I think that's a nice combination. Farfetch, yeah, I don't ever use Farfetch. I think the Sword and Shield, like having fighting, adding evolution is really cool. The duo, yeah. But I do like Dodrio. I think I like it more than the other birds that they have. So I'm going to put Dodrio in B. Seal, just because I like him, he's dumb and goofy. I like the water ice. You know what? Because I just like him. I know some people rag on him for having his name Seal, but I'm going to put that in B and Dewgong in A. Grimer, kind of a fun design too. I kind of like the lore that is based off like pollution and stuff like that. So I'll put that in B. And Muck will be in B. Shelter, also like water ice type, so C. And Cloyster can be B. Ghastly, yeah, I know some of the first stage evolutions I've been kind of dumping to D for a lot of them, but I like Ghastly more. I could C, A, and another S for Gengar, one of my favorite Pokemons of all time. And the one thing I hate is that they made all the ghosts in Gen 1 Ghost Psychic, so even though the weakness is Ghost for Psychic, since all of them had Poison, they're weak against Psychic. Especially since they didn't have good Ghost moves back in the day, like they didn't have Shadow Ball or Shadow Punch or all that. Onyx is pretty fun. I like Steelix more, but we'll put him in B. Drowsy, I could have a fun design, so I'm going to put him in C, and Hypno in B. Krabby, since it's just a crab, you can be D, but Kingler can get a better ranking. So it's going to look a little weird on the capture, so I'm going to scroll up and down. But I'll have a good look at the lists. But Big Kingler, let's see. Voltorb, D. Electrode, C. I kind of like the forms they put it in Pokemon Legend Arceus, but just electric, just a little ball, so a little bit boring. Execute. Since a Grass Psychic, I'm pretty sure Execute is, so C. And the Executory can be a B. And we're going to look through this list up and down, but since it's getting a little tall with all these Pokemon. Keybone, I like the ground type. You can be C, and Marowak, you can be B. And some people have the mixed feelings with Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Hitmonlee, I'm going to give you a C, because I don't think... No, you're going to be a B, because I want to give Hitmonchan A, because I feel like some people like hate on Hitmonchan. One thing I really like about Hitmonchan is that he lends all the punches, like Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch. I thought that was the coolest thing, so I feel like he doesn't get as much credit as he deserves for like the Hitmon Pokemon. Lickitung, fun design, but normal type. I'm just going to give it a C. Coughing, because it's this fun design, I know it's the first stage, but you get a C. Wheezing, you can be a B. Rhyhorn, I really like it a lot, but I'm going to evolve it, so I'm going to put C. But Rhydon, you're going to go up in S. Put him right there. It's just like Nidoking, I like how you can learn like moves like Blizzard and Surf, and also like Thunder. I think even like Fire Blast as well, because I thought that was really cool. And I think the trivia is that Rhydon is the very first Pokemon ever designed. And that's why you see him as a gym statues in like older Pokemon games and all that. But one of my favorites as well. So Rhydon goes to the top. Chansey, normal type. I'm going to give it a C. It does have a lot of HP, which can come in handy. Especially if you're playing Pokemon Go. That's like a good like gym defender. Tangela, I'm going to give you a C as well. I like the evolution as well, but and it's a fun design, but I feel like I don't use this Pokemon much. Kangaskhan, even though I don't like my normal types that much, I really like the design. I remember it was kind of like rare in Safari Zone and hard to catch. I'm going to give you a B for Kangaskhan. Horsey, I get a first stage, but I like the design, so I'm going to put Horsey in C, and Seadra in B. I do like how they added the third evolution Kingdra that added Dragon type to it. in the next gen. The fish, Goldeen, you're D. It's kind of boring. I'm just going to give, just because your evolution, you get a C. So you and Starmie, I like them a lot. I think, I'm trying to remember, I don't think Staryu had a psychic typing, but I know Starmie did, so I'm not sure if it's gained it or if both forms had psychic, but I'm going to put you an A. I really like it. I don't feel like it quite makes the cut for a S tier. Mr. Mime, D. Because in anime, he says his name all the time, and Mime's supposed to be silent, so he's not a really good mime. That's my complaint, is that if he's going to be so noisy saying his name over and over again, he's not a mime, so you go in D. I like Scyther. Scyther goes into B. Like that evolves into Scizor, even the one they added in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So really like the Pokemon's design, like the call in the anime, Scyther, all that. So I have one of my favorite bug Pokemons as well, Jinx. Really interesting one too that had ice and psychic and all that, but no, she did do blackface before, so maybe put her D because that history of doing blackface. That's like an old school Pokemon thing, but to be serious, I kind of wish it did more with Jinx. I know they gave her like a baby form, Smoochum, I believe. I'll give you B. I think it's a good Pokemon type. All that. Electabuzz. I really like his evolution more that they introduced later in 4. But he's going to go in B. Like the same thing with Magmar. He's also going to go in B. I like the evolutions more. And it's kind of fun to add like a baby form to them. But yeah, I'm going to evolve them since that's evolved. Even though that's not Gen 1. You can also be B. Pinsir. I kind of wish they would give him an evolution. I know they give him a Mega Evolution. But they didn't do him good like they did with Scyther. That's kind of wish they did more with Pinsir. Tauros. I give C. I kind of like, again, this Safari Zone kind of rare ones. I wish they would did more with it, because at least with Kangaskhan over here, they gave her in Mega Evolution. Magikarp. I know, like I said, I've been saying this. First stage evolution, I've been D. I don't know if it's just because the meme and that I really like Gyarados, but you could be to C. I'm going to put you above some of these other plebs down here, so just because of his potential. I think it's just fun, like, trying to, like, switch Pokemon out and trying to get Magikarp to evolve. Gyarados, I'm going to put you in S tier. I kind of wish it didn't give him a flying type. Maybe it would have made him Water Dragon, although there was only, like, 3 Dragon types in Gen 1. But I think that would have been funner to do. One of Pokemon my go-to water types in Pokemon Go, and I love the shiny form. I haven't talked much about shinies, but some of my favorite shinies are like Charizard shiny, like Nidoking's shiny, and Gyarados. Some of them are kind of bland, and but some of my favorites. But Lapras, you get a B. It's kind of cool that you only get this Pokemon free; it's just given to you throughout the game. But yeah, I really like her. Ditto. Honestly, D. I like his face. I like that silly look, like when you see the Ditto forms of other Pokemon with that silly face. But I'm never gonna use Ditto. Like, besides breeding, he does. But for that, C. Since he's very useful for breeding Pokemon, getting Pokemon eggs. That's why you get a C. But I'm never gonna use him competitively. I'm never gonna use him in battles and all that. Just for breeding Pokemon. It just sounds kind of sad. But yeah, don't care for the Eevee. I'm gonna have a C. I really like the evolutions, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon. I'm gonna give them A. I don't like them as much to put them on S tier, but I really like them as well. So they're all gonna get A's. Okay. Let's go just going up and down. Porygon. I'm not too crazy about the normal typing, but I like its design. He has some cool evolutions, even though they say with the normal typing. So I'm just going to give C. I know the anime did him dirty with that one episode that caused seizures, even though it wasn't Porygon who actually caused it. I think it was actually Pikachu on a scene. Look that up, but I think anime did him dirty. But really like his design. It's really fun. I remember playing the Pokemon trading card game. He had a different card design as well. Prehistoric ones. I like them, but I'm going to give them C for the Ammonite, B for Amistar, C for Kabuto. But Kabutops, I really like his design more, even though he's the same typing as Amistar. He's going to get an A. Let me scroll up. And Aerodactyl, I'm also going to give him an A. I like the rock flying too. I feel like there's really unique typing in Gen 1. So Aerodactyl, you get an A. Snorlax. This is big and squishy. I really like his Gigantamax form and Sword and Shield when he's like has a tree on him and stuff like that. So even though I don't rate the normal ones that highly, so they did for Kangaskhan, he's going to be in the B. This is a fun design, kind of like, you know, using the Pokeflip to wake him up and trying to catch him, or also in Pokemon Snap, all that. So we're getting to the end of it. Again, I'm not going to include these Mega Evolutions. They are on the tier list, so make your own. You can include them or not, but I just dragged them to the back because I never had them, because I never played games that included them. Unless you counted like Mega Mewtwo for his final Smash, but I'm not going to include the Mega forms. And this is going to be kind of a quick rundown. Legendary birds, all S. So Articuno, your S, Zapdos, S, Moltres, S. Don't mind the little ads at the top and just kind of scrolling up and down. I would have to say Zapdos is my favorite out of the legendary birds. I did tell a story on an old podcast that mostly caused me to break my Game Boy, but that's another story. Like Articuno, I have to say I don't like their Galarian forms as much. I know that's kind of neat to add it to the DLC, but I like the old school legendary birds versus the new forms that they came out with in Sword and Shield. Dratini, you know what? I'm gonna be B. Again, I don't rate the pre-evolutions that highly, but I remember you can only get in the game corner, but you can get Dratini by fishing the Safari Zone. But also in the game corner, I believe you can buy it. And it was like the first like Dragon type you likely to get. I like Dragonair to appropriate evolution, but I'm gonna use Dragonite over Dragonair, so that's why he gets S tier. Mewtwo, of course, you're gonna go in S, and of course Mew. Because, God, how did I get Mew back in the day? I think we used Game Sharks and stuff like that. Because I remember having Mew, but I know there's ways you can legitimately get Mew besides it was like, oh, you can use a truck. But I remember getting Mew, and that was really cool in the early games. But yeah, that's my tier list. So, and let me know in the comments below if you agree or not, which are my more controversial picks and all that. But yeah, just kind of scrolling down. Yeah, I think it's pretty fair. And if they had an F option, that would be much different. But yep, when you got S rank all the way down to D. So let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm going to put in the description what website exact link I use. Because now with the tier list websites, they have so many different ones of like the same subject, and sometimes they're like some lame ones, some want one, but oh well. But thanks for tuning in. Again, the best way to support me on the channel is to like, comment, and subscribe. Probably going to do some more tier list videos as well, so if you have some ones you even want me just to do, post in the comments as well. But had fun talking about Gen 1 because that's the main generation I grew up with. So thanks for checking this out, and y'all have a good day. Bye.